Chiefs Kingdom. Are you freaking kidding me? What a start to this game. And then, of course, well, we know how everything ended. We're going to talk about quite a few things in this video, but the simple truth is this could be the best football that Patrick Mahomes has ever played in his entire career. But you're still 6-6, and you start off here with an amazing little quick throw to the left with Rasheed Rice, Wiley, number 12, at a TCU, who's an old man, makes a good block, and it's a touchdown. So this is the play, ironically, that the Texas Longhorns popularized last year, and the Chiefs ran this play the week after Texas, I think it was against Florida, and they ran it versus the Bills, first play of the game, and then obviously, ironically, Xavier Worthy, who is a second-year player from Texas. You get his speed out into space. Travis Kelce, who played one of his best games of the season, makes a good block. You also get a good blocker here by Rasheed Rice, and then Xavier Worthy gets down the field for a nice gain. And then you get to 3rd and 14, okay? This is where things get very strange if you're Dallas, because guess what? You got a QB spy, and it's 5-on-5 right here. And guess what? You run all these pass rushers up the field, and now Mahomes, even versus his QB spy, you can see he's got to deal with Creed Humphrey as well. And this is just so nuanced right here from Patrick Mahomes. It's honestly ridiculous. So he falls off this DT, starts looking to the right. It's a little head fake to the right, and boom, to the left. And even though Humphrey doesn't get a piece of him, that was just enough to get Agent Zero blocked. And this guy can flat out move. No deal for Patrick Mahomes, right? The craziest thing about Mahomes on these types of plays is how good he is at never getting shoestrung, right? He jumps up at the right time to make sure he doesn't get tripped up, and he's able to pick up the first down. Good play. And then we get to here. I kid you not. I mean, this guy is truly, truly, truly incredible. So it's 4th down, and this was when the offensive line was still relatively healthy at this juncture of the game, and you see that there is pressure over the right guard, right? No Trey Smith. Right, so I say it's relatively healthy. You have backups in right here, and Mahomes is able to step up and make stuff happen, okay? You can see here to the bottom of the screen, this to Rice actually is open, but Mahomes is like, hey, I got Travis Kelce. I know he's going to back off and make this back shoulder catch, and look at when Mahomes is deciding to throw this football, y'all. This is absolutely, positively insane QB play, and he puts it to where only Travis Kelce could catch it. Boom. Really, really, really good stuff. I was watching this with my auntie who drove in for a nice Thanksgiving dinner. A very happy Thanksgiving to all of you in Chiefs Kingdom. Man, dude, they are so good at running this play. I believe it's called Seattle, right? You act like you're running a deep over, and the whole time Kelce is trying to run back to the right, and this becomes a flood variation, right? Vertical here, shallow here, Kelce running into this portion of the field. I loved watching this and talking about how the Chiefs are better at this than anyone else. And guess what? Mahomes is going to find Travis Kelce. Boom. Okay, really, really, really good stuff right there from Killer Trav. And some of y'all thought I was hating on Travis Kelce last week. What are you doing? I freaking love this man. This is still one of the most ridiculous things in the National Football League. Having to play with sun beaming right in your eyes because you built the stadium in a certain direction and you don't want to actually get curtains for the stadium. So it's obviously 3rd and Overland right here. And, there's not really a whole lot you could do. Just run the screen to Rasheed Rice, who right now is playing as good as any receiver in the NFL, maybe outside of George Pickens, but really good run right there. And now you have to punt. All right, we get to this 3rd and 16. And this, I would love someone to ask Patrick Mahomes about this play. Okay, so you're only down by 3. There's a lot of pressure. Obviously, this is Quentin Williams, and you're able to make him miss. Once again, it is so hard to trip up Patrick Mahomes. Okay, so we get to here, and this was a very interesting decision for Mahomes to not try and throw this football. It's kind of hard to see exactly where he was trying to throw it. It looks as if he was thinking about ripping this football right here to Kareem Hunt. So if you rip it right here and it's caught, guess what? You're able to get up and actually run, get up and score a field goal, if you will. Okay, so they mark him down, and that was a pretty interesting decision right there. We get to the 2nd and 8, and man, this is just something you cannot do versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which is blitz everyone and allow them to just basically run stops. First off, Chiefs are really good at picking up the blitz. Second off, Mahomes, man, this is just ridiculously good quarterback play. Boom. Okay. Wide open is Travis Kelce, and we all know he could still make guys miss. He's able to fall forward here for a really, really, really nice game. All right, so the best fourth down play caller in NFL history is Andy Reid. And we talked about this in our breakdown last week that Mahomes actually missed the primary on that 4th and 3 legendary throw to Rasheed Rice to basically save the Chiefs' season. And now we get to here, and there's multiple guys open. Now, a lot of this is more so bad defense because on 4th and 1 after a 3rd and 1 run stuff, do you really think Andy Reid is actually going to hand this football off? No. I'd be telling my linebackers, hey, let's not run towards a running back. If they want to rush for it, let them rush for it. Let's actually force them to hand it off, right? So now, guess what? Not a single person was playing either of the tight ends in this situation. And you'll see here, boom. This to Travis Kelce is a big one, but you just want to throw the split zone, the easy throw for Wiley, the veteran tight end at a TCU. Look at that. First down. All right, so this was some really, really, really rough coaching from Andy Reid. All right, so it's 3rd and 4. And obviously this time, looks like I almost called them the Mavericks. That's Mahomes' favorite team. This time they're playing really good coverage, okay? And Mahomes tries to fit this football in to Rasheed Rice, who is really well covered. But Andy Reid's decision to punt after this is really bad, right? You just went for it on 4th and 1. You're already down by 3. You're in plus territory. Your defense isn't playing well. To not only punt this football away, but not even try to draw Dallas offsides and get like, for instance, right now, I would have gone for it on 4th and 4 anyway, but if you don't want to go for it, I would have tried to at least keep Mahomes on the field, draw him off sides, and just take the 5-yard penalty because that doesn't really change a whole lot the punt distance. Now, this punt ended up being really good, but, man, I'm probably not putting the football back to a hot Dak Prescott at this juncture of the game. So, thankfully, the defense did not give up another touchdown. They score a field goal, which is why you should just go for it on 4th and 4. And the punt was really good by Ariza. They were able to get him down deep into territory. But it doesn't matter. Dak is just playing at that level. He's probably the best quarterback in the NFC right now. And Mahomes, Stafford's up there. This is just ridiculous quarterback play, though. Man, he's just waiting for someone to get open. And just a little flick of the wrist. Boom. I mean, y'all, this is just it's just stupendous. That's absolutely stupendous, okay? This is the best football Patrick Mahomes has ever played, ever. All right, so it's 3rd and 3. And now, we talked about that 4th down play a little bit earlier. This is actually the same 4th down play that they ran versus the Colts. And this time, Mahomes actually does throw to the first read of this, which is obviously Kareem Hunt flying out of the backfield. All right, it's a really difficult man coverage assignment. And this time, Hunt stayed in like if he was blocking. This backer falls asleep, and then Hunt flies into the flat. Okay, so shallow drag there, shallow drag there. Now there's nobody to this side of the field. All it takes is a little flip, and now all Kareem Hunt needs to do is outrun this linebacker. And you can see Hunt is not the fleetest of foot, but it's still a really, really, really nice game. And here we go. The Mahomes don't look pass. I mean, I'm just so blessed to get to watch this guy play quarterback. I really, really, really am. Look, he's looking at the flat. And then last second, rip it to the end breaker. It's just gross. It's so gross. And it's an accurate throw. Just ridiculous, okay? Absolutely freaking ridiculous. 3rd and goal, and once again, your offensive line is just getting abused. As you can see, Simmons is now out of the game. He was having a tough game anyway with penalties. And now Mahomes really has to make stuff happen. Really good penetration here to the right, and now Mahomes just kind of has to make magic. And what does he do? On 4th and goal, he makes magic. as does Rasheed Rice. I mean, it's just ridiculous. All right, look at this 3rd and 8 from Patrick Mahomes. Let's start off with the protection. Okay, you got Wanya Morris here stepping in. This twist stunt is really picked up well. I think that's Sua Matia right there, and then you have Wanya right here being a rock wall. Get it? Rock wall. Texas. Anyway, that is just a nasty, nasty, nasty piece of left tackle play, and this is just really good. Okay, now this allows Mahomes to be Mahomes, all right? He's able to buy some time here and eventually find Rasheed Rice. There's no one else on the team you want in this spot more than number 4, and he drops it. Ugh! Now it's 3rd and 6, and you're down by 2 freaking possessions, and this is why, when it's all said and done, there is going to be a very strong argument that Sir Patrick Mahomes is going to be a better quarterback than the guy who was actually broadcasting the game. This is a note to a future self. I actually did bet the Chiefs by 2.5. Never call or bet the Chiefs when Tom Brady is calling a Chiefs game, in particular versus an NFC East team. But still, you get a ridiculous piece of quarterbacking, and boom. Okay? Now, we get into Xavier Worthy. Should he have cut this way? Okay? Last week, you guys absolutely mauled my comment section about how, I was somewhat critical of some of Worthy's decisions after catching the football. I don't understand why he would go this way. I really, really, really don't, okay? It is different because he is running this way, and you would think that the football would be carrying him this way, but he's at a standstill. Okay, juke here and then get vertical, okay? But he decides to cut this thing to the outside. It's not the worst decision in the world. You do have a blocker right here, but maybe I'm the one that's just totally wrong about that. But still, it's a ridiculous play by Sir Patrick Mahomes. And then before this was another ridiculous Mahomes scramble for a first down. And then you get to the 2nd and goal, and my goodness gracious. This is ridiculous stuff. So it's clear split field coverage, right? So you're running basically smash here to the bottom, okay? And you get off of that. We don't want to run smash versus this defense, and smash can get very dangerous in the red zone, right? That's a flat route and a corner route attached, and your job is to read this guy. You don't want to run smash. So if you look from this angle, this is split field coverage, all right? And the weakness of this defense is this deep middle right here. Mahomes has hit this plenty of times. I think he hit this to Tyquan for a touchdown, I believe against the Eagles earlier this year. And, well, there's some heavy pressure. It doesn't bother Mahomes at all. Look at where he ends up placing this football. Boom. Okay, perfect throw and an even better catch right there from Mr. Hollywood Brown, and his family was actually right there. I thought when Hollywood ran over here, he was going to do a Zeke and jump into the pot. That would have been epic. But there you go. Touchdown. Yeah, so I'll call it like it is. This was a top 5 Mahomes regular season game, at least since I've been watching him closely, and this was his best game of the season, and you could seriously give him MVP votes. But, I understand Stafford, even Dak, Drake May, but, you saw today why Mahomes is Mahomes. It's just his Chiefs defense was absolutely positively abused. So, ridiculous stuff from Patrick. Let me know, Chiefs Kingdom, are they even going to make the playoffs this year? Comment below. It is Power Hour NFL. Boom! Tonight. Oh, we're gobbling. Let's go.